Good morning, Culés. It is time to wake up and Barca live. Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. Felipe says, don't know why Barcelona are talking about getting rid of Dest if there are no good right backs available. It's just rumors, my dude. It's just rumors. So Frankie de Jong, Dest. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, folks. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get back to these kits in a second because that's hilarious. But we're going to go to Barcelona's website here. We're going to take a look at their first team. And I'm going to tell you who's coming and who's going. Just rapid fire if they're staying, they're loaned, or are we selling them? All right, that's what we're going to do. Stay, loan, sell. Here we go. Ter Stegen, stay, obviously. Neto, sell. We've got two young keepers coming up behind them, Karovic and Anaki Peña even. Maybe he comes back wherever he is, Galatasaray, and gets the start. Anyway, rapid fire is what we said. Dest, he stays. It's already been brought up in the chat. There is not a better right back option. Mazraoui is already going to Bayern Munich, so Serginho Dest is the best right back option available in Europe right now. I said available. Okay, I'm not saying he's the best right back in Europe by any means, but in terms of who Barcelona could bring in at that right back position, Serginho Dest is the best available, and he's already here, and he can play left back, so he stays. Gerard Piqué obviously stays. Ronald Araujo, he stays. By the way, some folks are not happy about that made in La Masia tag because he really only spent, like a year or two at Barca B before coming up. Anyway, I digress. Dani Alves, he's questionable. I want him to stay. I love Danny. I love him so much. I'm wearing his kit right now. I think that his influence in the clubhouse, I think that his mentoring of young players, particularly Serginho Dest, would be tremendously impactful. Plus, Danny wants to make it to the World Cup. Laporta just the other day was talking about a 6-month contract renewal. Let's make it a year. Let's make it an even year. Keep Danny, like I said, positivity, the good crazy, as they say. I love this guy. Follow him on Instagram, by the way. It's a nice little pick-me-up anytime he posts. So much positive energy. Langley. Folks are going to want to hear this. I think he stays just because he's going to be tough to find a home. I don't think that he's a hot commodity right now. I don't think his value is very high, so I don't think anyone's going to want to pay what Barcelona might be asking for. So I think Langley ends up staying next season. Jordi Alba obviously stays. Mingueza, I think, gets loaned out. I'm pretty sure he'll be going out on loan. He was on the brink of breaking in to some regular first-team football under Ronald Koeman. Things changed under Xavi. He's been asked to play right back more than his more natural center back position. That has caused expectations and criticism to come heavily down on the young Oscar Mingueza. With the defenders we have coming in, potentially Christensen, maybe even Azpilicueta or a Koulibaly, whoever, that center back position is going to be pretty filled with Piqué, with Eric Garcia, with Araujo, with Christensen coming in. The list goes on, right? So Mingueza might do well with a loan to get some playing time. Samuel Umtiti, he's going to find a home somewhere. Club legend at this point. Back in January, taking a pay cut, restructuring his salary to play for free so that Barcelona could sign players. Club legend, shout out Umtiti, but he will not be here next season. Won't be here at all. Eric Garcia, definitely going to be here. He's really starting to find his legs this second half of the season. You're starting to see him come in with that undefeated mentality, that Barcelona mindset. Little shades of Carles Puyol in his eyes. Not quite the hair, but just his eyes. So Eric Garcia definitely stays. Midfielders. This is going to get interesting, folks. Busquets stays for one more year before he goes to the MLS. Ricky Puig, he's going to find a new home. It's time for a loan, maybe even a sale if the right price comes in, but I think loan first because you give some of these other players that we're going to talk about a year more to develop, to see what comes out of their play, but you don't sell Ricky Puig just yet. Yes, it's a possibility, but I think a loan for the youngster makes sense. Nico stays. He's going to get more playing time next season. He's going to have to rotate, again, with Kessié potentially coming in. Busquets, De Jong, Pedri, Gavi, Kessié. I think Nico will be that sixth midfielder that we end up using. Again, If you think that we only need 3 midfielders and sell the rest, you're wrong. You're very wrong. Next up, Pedri, sell. Just kidding. That stupid. He's obviously staying. €1 billion buyout clause. Good luck transferring him anytime soon. Sergio Roberto is going to stay. Contract, I don't think has been signed yet, but the latest reports were that we were giving him a 1-year extension. It doesn't make a lot of sense other than if Mingueza gets loaned out and you want to stop putting Araujo at right back when things get desperate, Sergio Roberto would probably be your next best case, particularly if Dani Alves doesn't stay. I don't think he offers much at the right back position. I would love to see Sergio Roberto, after 10 years of playing out of position, move back into a center midfield role, but I don't think that's going to happen, again, because of the number of players that we have in that position already, including Frankie de Jong, who stays. He's staying. He's not going to go to Man United to play in Europa League. That's not going to happen, okay? He's staying at Barcelona. Xavi values him. We value him. If every club in Europe is after your player, unless we are in dire financial situations, which I think we've gotten ourselves out of. I think we've climbed out of that initial hole so that we are at least going to be able to register players. Unless we find ourselves in that sort of situation again, Frankie stays, and rightfully so. One of the best box-to-box midfielders in Europe. Continue on. Dembele, get out of here. Get out of here, please. I am so tired of Dembele. Sure, thank you for the, 11 or 12 assists this season. I appreciate it. Where were you the last 4.5 years? As far as I'm concerned, we saw the best of Dembele in these last 2, 3, 4 months because he's auditioning for other clubs. I hate his mentality. I hate his attitude. I hate his greediness. Get out of here, Dembele. Anyway, shake that off. Memphis Depay is one up for debate. I think he stays. Top goal scorer for this season. Missed a few chunks due to injury, but he's one of the players that came in under Ronald Koeman and has found success under Xavi. So I think that Memphis Depay stays. He's either going to be second option on the left wing under Ansu, or he's going to be second option at a number 9 under Lewandowski. I think Aubameyang would even slide into potentially third there. We'll talk more about that on another episode. Ansu Fati obviously stays. Adama Traore, I don't think he stays, folks. He's only played in 4 of the last, I think, 10-ish matches, something like that. I forget what the stat was. I came across it earlier this morning on my morning poop. And Adama Traore obviously has been looked over now by Xavi. So I think Xavi's going to send him back to Wolves. We're definitely not paying 30 million euros for him. That won't be happening. So I think Adama, sadly, will be gone. When he first came, I was excited about it. And listen, if he does stay, maybe he's another right back option. That's an alternative, but for the price tag, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Braithwaite, who has not played, I think, since Xavi came into the club. He'll be gone for sure. Shopping him around, latest reports are that he might find his way over to Italy. Luke de Jong, I hope, stays. Luke de Goat has become a fan favorite, a club legend, an icon at Barcelona. He is an aerial threat. You throw him in the last 10 minutes of any match, and he's going to get you an opportunity. I think he's had more match winners than anybody else at the club this season. I'm completely making up that stat, shooting from the hip. Probably wrong, but I just said it anyway. So I think Luke de Goat stays. I hope we get him on a more permanent deal from Sevilla. Remember, he's just on loan currently. Ferran Torres obviously stays. He just came from Man City in January. Has yet to really find his form, and yet has 7 goals and 6 assists for Barcelona in half a season. Let me just say that again. Has yet to fully find his form, and still has 7 goals and 6 assists this season. Just saying. Aubameyang, I think he stays as well. Also came in January, 13 goals, 1 assist. Has cooled a little bit as of late. Hence the Lewandowski rumors. Hence Memphis getting a little bit more playing time in that number 9 position. But I think Aubameyang still has a lot to offer for Barcelona. And one more season for the crafty veteran, I think, is coming up. Xavi, of course, is going to stay. So that's the rundown, folks. That's the quick and the dirty of who's staying, who's leaving, who's going out on loan. Notice not a lot of loans, not a lot at all. Mingueza, Ricky Puig, I think are the two that would go out. If you turn to Barca B players, Jukla and Abde, Akamach maybe, but Jukla and Abde I think would be ready for a loan, if not first team football. Those are my thoughts on who is staying, who is leaving, who will be loaned out for 22-23 campaign. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and we'll keep that conversation going. Shout out to my stash mods. Shout out to the stash squad. I'll see you all next time right here on the Undefeated channel, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.